Okay. Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, October 10th, 2022. And situation coming to high level of we can call that alert level, urgent level. Finally. So you, particularly if we will talk about Putler genocidal war in Ukraine, in Europe means generally, and completely means generally, but correctly. Not enough action for stand with Ukraine doing all that what's happening in Europe. Not enough action for protect yourself, because by protecting Ukrainian people, Ukrainian army who fighting in own land against Putler troops who invade Ukraine by full-scale war intervention. How many should be the genocidal facts? When finally you, NATO countries, United States, Britain, EU, we will finally act as needed, truly stand with Ukraine by fully unwavering, you call that unwavering, do that. Why you failing? Do that. What? Again, very concrete question. What's your problem? When this repeatedly, which tactic using Putler in Ukraine and Ukrainian army alone fighting them by their troops, by their people. But you not yet, not even enough needed weapon, not sending to Ukraine. Big problem this. And you responsible for this mass genocide, what's happening in Ukraine. You, NATO members countries, United States, Britain, EU, Canada, etc. Not others. You responsible for this genocide which occurred in Ukraine, and author of the genocide, Putin. Hitler our days. Call it Putler. your inaction. So wrong, mistake, continue repeatedly, did and do you. When you take position, if will put in addition something additional did, and they are already genocidal war. But this for you, by your position, this is not enough. A genocide, what? Yes, we're condemning, we're supplying some, not enough. For stop this Putin. But supplying weapons. If he will, what? Will more people kill? More city will destroy? And you will, after that, will act. What they are happening, particular starting from February 24, is not enough finally. And we're talking about enough weapon supply to Ukraine. Not yet. They are not missile and air defense systems. Not yet. And now Putin today, October 10, Monday morning, early morning, attacking Kiev, intentionally targeting residential buildings in Kiev, in Lvov, in Dnipro, in Zaporozhye. Huh? Why are you using this tactic? What's your problem? Why are you using this tactic? How you can think when already a genocidal war and huge-scale intervention, why you take this position? If additional will there something, you will additional send weapons. But during this process, how many people will die? There's nothing, huh? This should be mean, and Ukraine again in front line fighting for you. And nobody of you can't deny this fact. Ukraine fighting for you too. EU, NATO. And simply send weapons. Enough weapons. Because already when I say that, I'm thinking there are such persons as Sullivan at Biden. Maybe they in Germany, in France, in Italy, of course have. We say, okay, we send in weapons, but they need 100. They will say 5, 6, 10, no more. They will use this tactic. And they again will say, if we will escalate, we will increase. And they again, this so obviously green lighting genocide, total genocide in Ukraine. How such person can still there? This Sullivan why remain national security advisor to Biden. One mistake, two, three, remain there. And Biden failing on this case when they are finally needed act. American people want that. Their Congress decision, their land lease, their money, oh. But again, if, will, and you have this. This obviously, today attack you Putin on Ukraine, this terror attack, terrorism. You will call that as this fact exists, United States, NATO, you will call that. Russia, state of terrorism. And there are several genocides. Again, no. And not even sending needed weapons. No missile and air defense systems. There should be already Patriots and NASAMS urgently, emergently. There should be F-16s at least, but all needed quantity, no less. Sending less, we are again putting Ukraine on weak position and their people died. And their HIMARS, their long-range rockets already 300 kilometers and more to HIMARS. And additional. There are drones, repairs, finally repairs. Today attack, as President Zelensky said, is by Putin rocket, missile attack, and Iranian drones. Iranian good with that. They sending and denying. Putin very good with that, attacking, killing civilians. Committed another genocide, intentionally targeted civilian buildings. And nothing even. In Iranian case, again, nothing. No action, no sanctions, no using other measures for Brok to stop sending these drones to Putin. And third country continue help Putin avoid sanctions. Again, they are not action, not yet. Why not yet? For whom you doing that? You announce the sanctions, and you very good know Joe Biden, Liz Truss, Scholz, Macron, others. Which country helping Putin avoid these sanctions which you pass it? Means sanctions not working. Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Turkey, the other Central Asian republics, United Arab Emirates, Israel, the Bitcoin, and addition. Not even some serious action, and not. This is so obvious. I think how these politicians can do that, huh? They're openly acting as evil, huh? As intentionally. I don't say through this, but seems that they know Putin avoiding sanctions. They know how Putin avoiding sanctions, and they not acting on this case or stop this channel. About sending needed weapon, which urgency, emergency, I already said. Not yet, no sending. And Putin this using all that maximum form. And Ukraine, what can do Ukraine? Fighting, dying, fighting again. Again fighting and will fight until Putin troops not will remove from all Ukraine territory, including Crimea. This bridge very good if this Ukraine did, very welcome action, because Ukraine have full right for that Crimea, Ukraine territory, and Ukraine have full right by international law norm free his territory, particularly in this situation when Ukraine under full-scale intervention by Russian regular army have full right. This international law and norm can attack this infrastructure, including Kerch Bridge, for destroy and will, should and will. This bridge will destroy finally, no doubt. But this not enough. We will remove Putin troops from Crimea. Also, no doubt. But Ukraine again in front line fighting for you too. You now in secure place, but you failing standing Ukraine by supplying arms, weapons. You know, for continue appease Putin, they are enough have influencers into United States, into Britain, into Germany, France, Italy, Austria, EU means enough influencers, because Putin structure into these countries not touch it, and they're using this fact and try change agenda and try continue help Putin. Hidden forum or using some configuration of words. Russia need, Europe needing Russia for peace. Shame on you, Merkel. How you fell down. Huh? This your place in history, Angela Merkel. True place in your place in history. True place. This for end. Who is who? This case. Yeah, Schröder in Germany. In Italy, in France, Austria, even in United States of America. Trump did absurd. Trump did how many treasons needed? Treason is very hard crime, high level crime, treason. Trump did several. And you already have facts of that. Trump take money from Putin, and not only Trump. Okay, Trump behind coup attempt, January 6, and there again Putin there too. And Trump stole your top secrets, docs. Refuse return, say to you lie, means obstructed justice too. But they are top secret docs. Well, asking Trump some part give and say this all, but these all very serious crimes, not this obstruction of justice. Taking secret dogs, this obstruction of justice, not this much more harder. This national security case, crimes. But there are several obstruction of justice. He intentionally taken, stolen top secret dogs, classified dogs, refusing return. Even he was try push National Archives and Department of Justice for exchange for this additional, very additional. And Trump even not indicted, not stop it, and Trump continue act. Midterm coming, I will say about this coming election in the United States. Trump using this fact and saying he clean. If not, he already should be behind cell, in jail. He clean. They blah blah. Department of Justice, FBI, all this bias, politically motivated, blah blah blah. Huh? And Joe Biden administration, this national security case. Therefore, I think mention White House and Department of Justice, FBI, not even seriously acting finally for stop and arrest and isolate Trump and co. And Trump and Circle co continue back Putin. Using anything and midterm coming. And this as green light, hey Trump, okay, change Congress, take Congress. And after that, what will happen? Who they? We know. They will, as Oreo, Oreo method, Oreo principle. Huh? We'll say to black, white. We'll attack even Department of Justice can, FBI, hey, this all lie, they are even maybe, because Trump using this actually this Putin methods. And Trump very active using this Putin methods. Accusing counterpart on concrete case when themselves concrete Trump did. But Trump will accuse Department of Justice and FBI for that, National Archive for that. You if not understand that, your national security system broke it, America. I saying that for words, this for nothing. Good, huh? Maybe they will act. For that I saying not, never I was using this method. Never. I each time saying what happened and happening. Your national security system broke United States of America. There should be emergency and you continue sleep, continue appease Trump when he did so serious crimes, treasonous crimes. And all that green lighting them, all that green lighting Putin. America, why? Because America position, why this? No, by word something saying, but in practice, they are even less than half of measures. And I thinking, why this happening? I of course know why this happening. When I saying that, immediately they are starting again conspiracy theory, again blah blah. This I saying blah blah. Never was. What I say all time is true. Was from you ignoration or distraction when needed to investigation. You're refusing to investigate and call that this speculation, this some bias. Bias was. But this fact is some later time was this fact come online, reveal it and confirm it what I said. Plenty of time was that. There should be one time, two time. Ignore what Chinghiz said. But when I saying the true and needed their investigation, and you have facts, again in Trump case, putting money, you not investigated, and tax returns too. Putin, Trump, coup attempt, January 6, undeniable, and is top secrets. And White House, Biden very strange thing, something. He very strangely start his presidency when election campaign time was bold and called Putin killer. not not only killer, Putler, Putler, Hitler our days. After that was Geneva meeting, and Biden was in position which very liked by Sullivan, by Trump. They maybe not directly linked one to other, but position same. This obviously. They are John Kerry, they are Kissinger, they are different groups maybe again, not directly linked, but by schemes, same position. Appeasement of Putin. But after that, particularly after Putin intervention to Ukraine, there was action, very bold words, start act, but again coming suddenly, again blah blah. By I believe in that this Sullivan case, Sullivan position, not only Sullivan, there may be few, and how they can prevail when their Pentagon, their Department of State, their position very clear, should be truly unwavering support and needed weapon already should be for prevent. Not when if we escalate. These two different positions. Trump sided with if, and you have result of that. And Trump, sorry, not Trump, Biden. I'm sorry. Biden sided with position if. Sullivan remained there, National Security Advisor. And so this mistake, but continuation making this mistake so bad for Ukraine, for Europe, for NATO. This Armageddon, what was this Armageddon? What was the Cuban crisis? This absolutely different things. Absolutely different. Putin intervening Ukraine. Troops there, their occupation, annexation, their genocide, and treating use nuke tactical means mini will will treat chemical, biological will treat explode these nuclear plants, atom energy stations, etc. And what? And what? Only and only fully stand with Ukraine, fully supply weapon, and Ukraine will remove Russia from there. If in this process Putin will try to do something, Ukraine will have enough opportunity for act despite if Putin will use mass destructive weapons. This reality. And not using that, giving Putin green light, which Putin already openly, as in Aleppo, Syria, will do, continue do. This mini nukes and others not will stop Ukrainian people and Ukrainian army liberate their land. I mean here, these, and other blah blah, only blah blah, bluff. Armageddon would so good for Putin when they not have this. Putin again very good know if he will treat NATO, United States, how Putin not have opportunity for that. Some city, some forum, and result of that, he very good understand this end to Russian Federation. So obvious. So here, this bluff and propaganda using, counting, and needed from you bold position. A, stop that. For prevent, as Zelensky called, stand and supply Ukraine needed weapons. Anti-missile, anti-air defense, means air defense and missile defense systems. He meant this, Ukraine people, Ukraine army, and put into Ukraine. And you norm, international norm laws. Think about that. You as Kuwait saying, hey, it's no good. Okay, Ukraine give land to Putin and enough. And you will retreat. NATO, United States. Putin immediately using full scale, will immediately attack you too. This is so obvious. This is so clear. Huh? Because this tactic working. We say, what means NATO? NATO, Baltic state is Russia. Half of Poland is Russia. Yeah? Why not? You think not you said? And others. And additional. Or we go as Medvedev call it. We go to Spain. It's all with Eurasia. Moscow, the center, capital. You think not will use. Why you thinking that? When before your very eyes, Putin was doing or during his particular, starting from 2008, intervention to Georgia, later in Syria, later in Ukraine, additional, and now full scale in Ukraine, in Europe means. And treating by nukes, and you will retreat, and you will have. They this. When they very weak, I each time before war I said Russian army weak, Putin army weak. Look at archive, Chinghiz live. 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 until intervention. And in nuclear case, same. Putin very weak. In nuke case too. But using situation have some quantity of mini which he can maybe reduce, but it's not to stop Ukraine. He mean this again. Need our truly stand with Ukraine, and for prevent should be there all these weapons urgently. Putin will treat you. No send this weapon. If you send, I will shut up. You should say. Yes. Your appeasement come to this level, but already enough is enough. And you sending weapon, what Ukraine need. And Ukraine fighting for you too. And Putin invasion, fully invade and annexation Ukraine. It's about world order, norm, internet, all what you, as you show America, NATO, and that should be that core of international norm and order. For that you shall fight. Stand firmly. If some country, maybe, Trojan horses have in NATO. It's Erdogan and Orban. If they will blah blah, freeze their membership. EU, if Hungary will blah blah, freeze Hungary membership. This means you firmly stand with international order, norm, law. But not give Hungary block it. Even today, Sweden, Finland. Why? Not yet. Situation, this, and action should be same to this situation. Okay? My English, but you understand firmly. If Turkey will continue block Finland and Sweden membership, freeze Turkey membership in NATO. Freeze, not remove. This is unacceptable. Because in Turkey Erdogan will go, new leaders will come, and I hope and I know Turkey will return, truly, will return to Europe and to NATO. Same about Orban of Hungary. Orban now one of leader of they packs in America, even in America. The Gorka, Orban, Gorka, this all Putin, Trump, and co. Obviously, again, position that is not so important. When this very important fact, who Hungary, who Orban. So time for act. Finally, reject this position if already all if broke it by Putin. So such person who was in this wrong position, they should be resigned or removed. For example, again I call Joe Biden, fire Jack Sullivan, and others who have same position. This will help White House to really take bold final position for stop Putin. And their weapons. Enough quantity, no less. If less, you understand, this means people will die. This means land can be taken by Putin, etc. Why less? Decision have, special expert have, saying 100, send one, the expert saying 100 needed, you shall send 100, not 90, 80, 70. This should be finally. Situation coming, very important sphere. I know put the regime into Russia. Weak, now weakest position, Putin. For decades, weakest position. Now our bold position can help this case, and this can create hope. Russia finally will decide be civilized country, democratic country, for finally rejecting chauvinism, neo-colonialism, neo-imperialism. Chance for that remain, no more, but remain, maybe this. Anyway, Putin army weak, Putin position in Russia weak, and this very, very, very good fact. No other. They are putting structured persons in Europe can say again construction. How this danger can be if Russia will fail or Putin will fail, they will come. This all pro-Putin. Gandons, truly, in Western countries. And they should be removed by clean up, by rule of law. I never said political campaign. By rule of law, but clean up very needed in NATO member countries, in EU, in United States, in Canada, in Britain, particularly Britain, Germany, United States, Austria, France, Italy, very Austria, I said, very needed, urgently needed cleanup. midterm coming in United States. Okay. Today's Republican Party means current Republican Party is evil, is evil. Is obvious and undeniable. All their position evil. They anyway try downplay coup attempt. This first time in your history, I think. United States people. Their coup attempt. They try downplay. Their Trump stole top secrets. United States national security system broke because Republicans and Trump. And Republicans backed Trump. Continuation of that. Try downplay this fact too. When you listen, they accuse Trump for stealing these top secret documents. This national security case and so dangerous. They are nuclear top secrets. They are sources, agent, national security system of the United States. Republicans try downplay this too. As Putin, as Putin in United States, head of this Republican Party, ruling this world. Anyway, downplay. Cat him, no. Top secret take, no. About all this fact. No, no, no. And also ban of abortion ban. We're in 21st century. Only evil party can back abortion ban. Evil, who have think this good when this very bad. But Republican call that conservatism. They're conservative. Republican conservative, huh? They even speculating this term, these words. What means conservatism? What means liberalism? Etc. This for full people they're using that. But actually, they evil, they corrupted persons. Majority in today Congress, Republicans, majority, corrupted, mainly by Putin, including Trump himself. Therefore, and this continue again, Putin structure not touch it in United States, and this structure continue work. And midterm coming, they're using their position, their opportunity in midterm take more seats, take majority in House, in Senate. But this party, evil, and abortion case, very important case, in this case too, and ban. What means ban? You should give chance for women. There should be chance, opportunity. But no, evil, purely evil. And you American people watching all that. Today, Republican Party, how evil. Again, Trump stole national security, top secret docs. This very high level treasonous crime. There was coup attempt backed by Trump, and their abortion ban. And we also know there was Republican fully refused to take some action on gun control. This also was Republicans. Huh? How many children massacre was happening? Even today, they not fully blah blah. Evil, the evil. What for in your mind means evil? You will find into today's Republican Party and midterm coming, and Democrat Party and President Biden. You can see how here big difference between Trump and Biden. Huh? This should be very crucial. Who was Trump? How he was acting? Evil is evil, and Putin puppet, I said, and this last fact confirming that the stolen dogs on Putin table too. Top secret dogs, of course. Through investigation, will reveal this fact too. And others, evil position of Trump in gun control and climate crisis, all and COVID-19, and etc. And Biden, if we will take these two, one, of course, Biden much more better president, and he acting not perfect because circle. I calling him clean his circle means some correction did. Not perfect, but good, doing good thing, doing America better. Huh? But evil Republicans try by speculation fool you about inflation. This inflation doing banks. Each time this your financial system that this all regulation, all this mechanism at Federal Reserve and other banks, Wall Street, big banks. But inflation also downing. Price of gas already down was very high, but Biden did that. And in this case, go and will, of course, better, no doubt, will better. And Democrat Party in Congress, also same position, fighting for women's rights, fighting for gun control, their children massacre again, fighting for against corruption, for bold action on corruption, which is crucial. This corruption, money laundering, did with United States such thing. They are Trump appeared in White House, they are coup attempt after that, they are stolen top secret dogs, etc. This corruption, money laundering, based on that, they are scams. And this not general word, this concrete. How Putin scheme structure working, I very good know that based on big, easy money directly into pockets, two pockets. And after that, blackmail. And this working. So, Democrat Party did already very better things, despite fully opposed by Republicans. And they are in Senate 50-50, and Vice President Kamala Harris broke that. And they are in this forum, passed it. Very needed laws on climate crisis case, on there was infrastructure bill, there was additional several very crucial. Think about that. If there were more Republicans in Senate and House, same, this will to Republicans more opportunity. There are some arithmetic I have saying this arithmetic, okay? This is absolutely nonsense. Their arithmetic is if some president, no matter Republican or Democrat, come in White House in next midterm after 2 years his presidency, there should be change Congress. If there was majority of some party, this will change. This nonsense. This not means this rule of law. What? All this in your hand, voters, in your mind. Was that because plus minus was stable situation? Today, Republicans evil. Previous Republican Party in Reagan time, etc., was good party. I was back Republican, Democrat. For me, no matter Republican or Democrat, was that until this evil Republican revealing themselves as evil. Obviously, your position should be same. And again, today's Republicans. Anyway, try back Trump, which did treason, stole top secret documents, behind coup attempt in Capitol, means Congress, and also all backed abortion ban. Think about that. This no evil party. They're not putting United States national security system on the bus. They're not crack down women's rights. Who will do that? Evil. And today's Republican this. Therefore, I call you voters. In election to House of Representatives of Congress and election to Senate of Congress, firmly, strongly, powerfully vote for Democrats. Period. No do mistake, Americans. And you will have truly for better, much more better change. What Republicans doing, you see, mess. Again, abortion ban. Again, back at Trump, which by his action destroying the United States national security system. And additional, there are gun control, not yet. There should be both gun control bills for stop these children massacres. And additional, there again corruption, money laundering. This one, Americans. This first our meeting on election case, midterm case. I will call you again until midterm election day, November 8th. But take this, my quote, this very serious, this very crucial. Join to my call, American voters. I together with you. Another election in Brazil coming. This runoff in first election, former President Lula won, but not enough percentage. There should be more than 50. But he take more than 48, and his rival Bolsonaro, today current president, take 43 or 44 percentage. Now runoff election will happen in October 30, and I call it Brazilian people. Who Bolsonaro? You already know. Bolsonaro purely sided with Putin and Trump, the same persons, means sided with evil. Bolsonaro sided in climate crisis case in COP26 too last, sided with big oils and big gas, big fossil fuels, including with companies who are doing deforestation in Amazon, was against decision, COP26 decisions. This was anti-climate, anti-planet Earth, anti-your life. This pollution, only if you take pollution, but they are much more already devastating effect, disease, because climate crisis in Brazil too, and this will increase sharply and increasing in Brazil too. Wildfires and others, floods will much more, because climate crisis is. This also Bolsonaro. There corruption very high level in Brazil. There is also Bolsonaro. There are injustices, there are injustice against minorities. This also Bolsonaro. Indigenous people, etc. And Lula, former president, his position on climate crisis, this is very crucial. Climate crisis should be main agenda, because this truly can destroy economy of Brazil, can destroy social program, because without economy, not your normal budget, without normal budget you can't have social programs. Climate crisis, this, and addition there, another devastating effect. And Lula position on climate crisis very bold and very needed, and we should firmly back Lula. Lula should be next president of Brazil after October 30 election runoff. And there Lula position will fight, as he promised, corruption and laundering. And many others, your problem will resolve, because this will, after that, will easy, not difficult. Will there good social programs, much more better, etc. Their jobs. Lula program, he saying. We can believe him. It's important. And we should vote for Lula. I call you Brazilian people, Brazilian voters. Vote for Lula. This is very important for you, for Brazil people, for Brazil as very good country can and we together can do Brazil much more better. I say I together with you, Brazil people. Iran. Already I mentioned Iran as country supplying killer drones, kamikaze drones to Putin and Putin using on his terror attack against Ukrainian people, against civilians. Today regime Iran this. But in Iran, very angry people on streets and squares. They even school students, girls, fighting for their rights, women's rights, human rights. All people back them and all people together, men, women, want democracy, want remove finally this Islamic State to past, to history. Should remove this supreme leader institution in Iran. Very bad, very evil, this institution. Why there should be supreme leader institution? This should be changed. Their president should be that. President and prime minister maybe, or vice president. Vice president or prime minister, this should be same. Head of government, ministers, and parliament. Enough. This Iran should be. Republic of Iran, democratic Iran, secular country, without these mullahs, supreme leaders. This should be removed. And Iranian people demanding that, fighting for that. And they already cracked down some forum, but Iranian people not afraid. And I call United States and EU countries, hey, wake up. Stand with Iranian people. Use measures against Iranian authority. Very bold sanctions. Not the mistake which you did in Belarus case, because we should back if Iranian people will act, will by disobedience, by even will start fight this authority. Have full right for that. If their regime, such regime, what Iranian people can do, people, huh? What Iranian people can do, EU, United States. If they will fight, we shall stand with them, shall back them. When Iranian authority continue refuse the reform and continue by arrest, by killings, stop this revolution. They actually happening revolution, and we should take Iran very seriously. Very seriously, we should, shall stand with Iranian people by truly helping by all what we can, all our opportunity. Iranian people need our back. and their revolution will happen. Revolution very needed. If they are tyranny, they are Iranian authority how many atrocities tyrannies did, crimes against humanity did, against own people. Who will continue back this regime? Only Putin can, Ilham Aliyev can, as continue still, of course, only and truly ally of Putin. Lukashenko can, or North Korea can, etc. Few. But again, they are already school students on streets, squares. They're not afraid, but how we can ignore them? I call you strongly back, Iranian people. United States, EU, G7 members, all truly, literally back, help. And this should be happening urgently. There should be mobile forum action. Quickly means we should take seriously Iranian people this revolution action, and we should seriously help and back Iranian people. And directly I call Iranian people. I together with you, again hear me, not afraid. If Iranian authority will use against you force, not afraid, use against them force. Use against them force, not afraid. Together, you much more quantity of you Iranian people. How millions you? And they armed. You can have right if they armed forces of Iran, these mullahs, attacking you and killing you civilians, when acting peacefully, what you can do? You have right, fight back. No afraid. No afraid. I together with you. And I call Iranian authority. Start reform. This only way for resolve this situation. Reform. Stop this women moral police. Finally, remove. Finally, end. Remove. This finally should happen. Women's rights is human rights. And there should be true political reform. The election reform. The election commission member should be elected by directly involved by people, Iranian people. Not supreme leader, so-called they are sitting, or there are some, what call it, there are several names. They decided. This absolutely not. Otherwise, needed political reform. In this case, all political prisoners should be released from prison. There should be finally stop, suspend, remove my English, this moral office, moral police which acts against women. Finally, they should be stopped. And there should be election laws reform. Election should be free and fair. Election commissions should be elected by people. And there should be free media and free expressions. Peaceful free expressions. Means meetings, demonstrations, peacefully. If you not intervene Iran authority by force, I know that this will be peaceful. Peaceful. American Iranian people not planning if there are situation revolution happening for achieve this reform happening peacefully. Okay? Not provocate Iranian people for use force for fight back against you. You should allow this fact, Iranian authority, Iranian people finally wake it up and they want changes, reforms. Which reforms? I said. Without delay, you should start this reform. First, about women rights, this women police should be stopped, and election laws, and of course, political prisoners all should be released, and there should be criminal justice system reformed. There are so much people innocent, arrested, killing, hanging. They should be reformed, should be stopped. I'm together with you, Iranian people. You courage, people, I call you not afraid. I'm together with you, and I'm together with you on streets and squares across Iran. I say, and climate crisis. And this about Trump addition to American voters, this fact. Lindy Lee tweeting and their quote from New York Times. She tweeted, just induct these odious menace already. And their quote from New York Times article. Election year sensitivities are trivial in the face of the dangerous national security threat that Trump continues to pose every godforsaken day. And he's not even on the ballot. And name of article New York Times. Justice Department is said to have told Putin lawyers it believes he, means Trump, has more documents. Huh? The FBI, Department of Justice, FBI by order, come there, search warrant, come there, and when Trump refused, give national security, top secret, national security docs, classified dogs, top secret dogs, refuse. This fact itself very serious crime. He refused if, because FBI was there, asked it, and Trump gave them some small quantity and said, this all. FBI, Department of Justice, by investigation, find they are not all. Asking Trump, Trump said not have. They come in with arrest search warrants and taking this. How many there was dogs? Box? Top, their photos, their videos. Top secrets, classified. They're about nuke program of country, very sensitive, top secret, and others. And after that, Department of Justice believe even Trump remain stole, keep, hid part of this classified secret docs. Who Trump? American voters. Who Trump? If no enemy, if no Putin, I said, pro-Putin mraz. He truly broke United States national security. This Trump did, Trump. Backed by today's Republicans. Republican Party, again, I say, today's Republican Party is evil. And they would back it Trump on this case. Voters, American voters, no do mistake. Vote for Democrats. It is crucial to you and to United States of America. We should finally stop them. The info about Kremlin critic who now in Russia in jail, Vladimir Kara-Murza. Now he accused of high treason. These Putin methods. He was arrested for some administrative arrest for 1 month. After that, he was inducted about was acting against Russian army by his comments, and now they are for acting against Russian army by comments. They several years prison. This new bill, Putin. Yes, when he intervened in Ukraine, he passed these bills. And now, high treason, more than 20 years. And this Vladimir Kara-Murza, well-known, Boris Nemtsov, very close, one team, And he now facing this 20 years in trial. And in this case, Petuch İlham Aliyev, this attack, I will again use Aikido. This Petuch, pederast Petuch. İlham Aliyev and İlham Aliyev police and the generals in Banke. Sodom Gomorrah, Petuch. Be online. You watching me, Earth people. And I say you truth in this second. By Petuch, confirmed, verified, Petuch, İlham Aliyev order his generals in Banke, their generals too, attacking me by the Petuch action. Yes, Sodom Gomorrah. Try block this. And when I'm talking about Kara-Murza, this İlham Aliyev, boss Putin, of course. But Banke not acting freestyle, but only İlham Aliyev order. Who İlham Aliyev? Even in this case, you see İlham Aliyev sided with Putler. Putler ally. Petuch bile. Fact check. Harry Kunzru about Eric Prince sought in recent months to provide military services to Wagner Group of Prigozhin, who Putin very close circle. Putin close circle, and this Wagner Group now participated on genocidal war against Ukraine, in Ukraine, into Ukraine. And your Eric Prince, Trump advisor, Trump education secretary, Betsy DeVos' brother, and I call Eric Prince very active, was one of main figure on Trump Putin back channel, Kushner Prince, particular Prince Kushner to Trump Putin case. And now this fact. Not enough. And Kushner, Saudi Arabia, Kushner, Israel. I believe I knew Kushner sale give to Mohammed bin Salman by Trump order. Of course, they are big, very big money. Some of these top secret dogs to Mohammed bin Salman, in new case too, and same plus minus to Israel. And Eric Prince. These Ukrainian soldiers who start liberate their land in eastern region, in south region, in Lugansk, Donetsk region, in Kherson region. This one, I think. Truly heroic people, truly fighting. This courage. We should firmly, finally stand in Ukraine. There should be emergency, Lend-Lease emergency fund. Repairs, Patriots, NASAMS, F-16s, HIMARS with 300-kilometer range rockets, and additional, immediately, without the tanks, Leopard 2 tanks, German tanks, and others. Emergency form. In climate crisis case, Fridays for Future mapper. Both Chevron and Siemens are involved in fossil gas-based projects with apartheid Israel. Pressure Chevron and Siemens to stop fuel in Israeli apartheid. Yes, this hashtag. Stop fueling Israeli apartheid. Stop fueling Israeli apartheid. Chevron and Siemens. And not only they, but this crucial, and this linked to climate crisis case. COP27 coming too. I'm not expecting from this summit something needed, but should be, of course. We will demand. This not means I not will demand, not will join by demand to COP27. But how they acting about that? About that Greta tweeting. This short tweet from 4 tweets. Listen. Greta Thunberg. Scientists estimate that our actual greenhouse gas emissions can be up to 20-30% higher than what we report. Future climate scenarios and the necessary emissions reductions are calculated based on the reported emissions. These findings agrees with the major survey by the Washington Post last year, showing that our emissions are underreported by up to 23%. Greta continued. This means that the situation is much worse and that we are heading for a hotter and more destabilized world than we thought. If this happened to almost any other issue, it would be breaking news and pretty much everyone would know it. But now it is barely even reported. This is about media, how media controlled by who ruled the world, who own this system which ruled the world, financial system, monetary system, means Rothschild and Co. This is obvious how media can ignore, how media can downplay this fact, how media can mainly focus it on some other issues which is also important. But climate crisis, this death sentence can be this global genocide nearing coming, and media mainly ignoring that. And Greta last tweet on this thread. The fact that the responsibility to fix this falls on people who constantly cheat and sweep things under the carpet in order to benefit themselves is frightening beyond comprehension. But even more scary is the fact that media completely ignores it, letting them get away. Greta Thunberg. Their pollution emissions approximately 30% higher than this report was revealed. And this report was revealed, this United Nations report, several, at least two last other report, there was counting emission percentage less than 30%. Now we have actually there 30% more emissions, more pollution. So this report should be corrected based on these new facts. And this alarming, this truly death sentence to humanity. This truly will create global genocide where will die hundred millions, if not billion. Can, why you think this not will happen? On what this based your position? Climate crisis deniers and big banks, big fossil fuels. How can you say this not will happen? When happening, already happening. Again, we today at 1.1 degrees Celsius line. We're all fighting maximum for 1.5 degrees Celsius. What will happen in 1.5 degrees Celsius? You understand that? Devastating will around. than now. Devastation will around than now. But we're fighting for that, for 1.5. Why? Because if we will able and we can, should, and it's possible, not too late, keep warming up planet under 1.5 degrees Celsius, after that we can control this climate change and this will down back 1.4, 1.3, etc. We're fighting for that and with devastation around the world. That's true. If you will broke 1.5, avalanche effect. I know that exactly. Which will not be able planet Earth civilization, not will able stop. I say, okay, today this, Earth people, I am Chinghiz together with you.